This is the wrap party for the movie Vegan Vampires from Zorg, which is coming out on One Media IP via Amazon Prime, and we've got a 6-cinema deal with the Roxy, which is in the Lakes. Very iconic cinema because it is in the place where Stan Laurel from Laurel and Hardy fame lived. So they have the Laurel and Hardy Museum there, so we're going to do a gig there as well. But it's a film that also works as a gig because it's a film about how not to make films. Because we took a crew to Los Angeles and Orange County respectively in California, and the actor Wolfie Foxlow, who's comparing tonight, somebody spiked his drink. He threw Prosecco over some people on business class and was arrested in Chicago on the switchover. 7 guns pointed to his head. It was a sensitive day because it was Twin Towers Memorial Day, and it was on American Airlines, so most unfortunate. So we were one actor down on the deal. Then our leading actress from LA collapsed on the first day and was rushed off to hospital. The ambulance cost us $4,000, and we were asked to go in to identify her, so we presumed she was dead, but actually she was just out cold. But they plucked her passport from her handbag, and it transpired that she'd signed the contract under a different name, and therefore we lost our insurance. On the third day, David from the group Kavanaugh witnessed an axe killing on Huntington Pier, and the American authorities referred him to counselling, and his counsellors were Siamese twins, a very rare strain of Siamese twins because one body, 2 heads, a male and a female. I said to him, were they on double time or were they getting time and a half? I think 2 heads are better than one. But the thing is, he said that the counselling sessions gave him more nightmares than witnessing the axe killing. Anyway, it branched out, and one of the actresses and a rogue cameraman stole the budget and used it to make a pornographic movie, which is now on the dark web, and people were now thinking we're shooting porn. Anyway, we got back to Media City and London respectively with only 4 actors. There was another arrest as well, but I won't go into that. But we had no film because the minuscule man, the maverick cameraman and the pornographic artist, allegedly Joanna Bellybutton, and the midget was about 2'1" tall, they stole the tape. So what we decided to do during lockdown was to utilise all the wonderful people that were doing the soundtrack. Sex Pistols, members of the Sex Pistols, Steve Jones, people like that, Shane McGowan from the Pogues, and many, many more big stars. Blondie, Daryl Hannah, the actress, who did a song for us, and we interviewed people that were involved in the film, got their accounts, and we utilised the Zooms that we did and the remote devices that they utilised in a very lo-fi way to recall anecdotally what happened to them and their perspective on it. And we put together what I would say was a mixture between a documentary, a musical, and a kind of sitcom in a way, because it's a film about how not to make a film. And we utilised things that we found on the cutting room floor. We got people like Peter Hook in ex-New Order, Joy Division, Melanie Williams of Hacienda Classical fame, and we did a new score as well, and we've bolted it all together, and tonight's the first night it's being shown as part of our wrap party.
Wow. And why did you choose Lion Bar?
I chose the Lion Bar because it's the best bar in Media City by far. The food's amazing, people are friendly, and they're crazy enough to do an event like this. We've got Fuzzbox on as well, yes, but half of them are stuck on the motorway. So it is what it is. We're just going to rock on through, and I think that the film is showing at the stroke of midnight, no less.
Lovely. Any other questions?
Fat White Family still?
Fat White Family are on the movie. Fat White Family recorded a track called I Am Marquis Smith with Melody Williams. That's going out on the glorious soundtrack, which is coming out on Gonzo Media. The film's on One Media IP in Pinewood Studios. And there are lots of different factors. There's a book, there's a soundtrack album, both on vinyl and CD. Yes, people still buy CDs in the horror genre. So that'll be on a bespoke box set, with little pieces of vinyl, all that sort of thing. And it'll go out as a radio play as well. And we're chatting to Radio 4 have put in an offer, but we haven't decided yet because we're also looking at KXLU in Los Angeles, because it's half American, half British, and I would say that it was a cross between Spinal Tap and the Great Rock and Roll Swindle. So it's all been made DIY, kind of with a punk ethos, if you like.
Yeah.
Fuzzbox are totally brilliant in it. Maggie Dunn's great, and Wolfie Foxlow, the gentleman that was kicked off the plane having had his drink spiked, is comparing tonight. We've got prog rockers like Wishbone Ash, we've got R&B artists, we've got pop artists. So the way it started was I was doing the NAMM Festival in Anaheim Stadium, California, and I was asked to write a documentary about the oldest vinyl store in California, and it was called Vinyl Solution. And I said to the people that asked me, I don't write documentaries, but then I found out the owner was called Drac, and he was a mercurial man and charismatic. And I thought, well, Dracula, what about if I put vegan vampires in the Zorg, from the planet Zorg, I should say, because green lives splatter.